Welcome back to Vagabond Gypsy Tarot and Oracle readings. Today we are doing a uh, talk about the sign of Gemini since we have entered Gemini season. Gemini season is if you were born between the dates of May 21st and June 20th, you are a Gemini. Your colors tend to be yellows and light greens. You are element air. Air is a sign of open mindedness, objectivity, and learning. Um, your planetary ruler is Mercury. Your strengths are wittiness, you're versatile, playful, and you're good communicators. Your elemental traits are adventurous, fun, and creative. And your shadow self is you can be nervous, inconsistent, superficial. These are a few things that might be some of your shadow traits. Um, Again, here now we are talking, I have the oppositions included here, which means that being as the moon, well, the sun is in Gemini. Curiosity, intellect, and networking. And I have the moon cards here as well, just because I like them. I'm going to leave them up there for now. Well, I can't really see them, can you? Well, let's put it here. There we go. Okay, and then we have Sagittarius, which is optimism, exploration, and freedom. So in the chart, in the horoscope chart, Gemini and Sagittarius are opposites, which means these are opposing forces, opposite forces pulled in two different directions. So this month, Gemini and Sagittarius are pulled in two different directions. And every zodiacal sign has its opposite as well. So as far as the sign goes, Sagittarius is fire and Gemini is air. So we have fire sign of Sagittarius, which is a creative, courageous, energetic energy, passion, along with the air sign of Gemini, which is charming, curious, and good listeners. So that's a good thing for, I guess, if you want to look at it in that way, for an opposition. You know what I mean? But the shadow sides now is what we should talk about. So the shadow sides of the air sign Gemini are, they can be, like I said, a little bit flaky, um, indecisive, and forgetful, whereas the shadow side of the Sagittarius is can get angry, arrogant, and egotistical, a little bit egotistical. So I could see how that how the air signs of the Gemini could irritate a Sagittarius type person. So if you have somebody in your family, if you're a Gemini and you have a Sagittarius member of your family, you can kind of see how that could be a bit irritating, but as well, for the opposite, for the Sagittarius, is probably thinking the Gemini is really flighty and irritating me. You know what I mean? And they are both mutable signs, which they are adapters. So that is a good thing. And they are flexible and they're good. They're both good communicators in a way. So there might be hurt feelings for the Gemini if the Sagittarius is communicating, um, you know, being angry and irritating, irritated with their with their Gemini opposite. As far as the Gemini goes, keywords for the Gemini are like I think. And the keywords for Sagittarius is I seek. So Geminis are real thinkers. They're curious and somewhat restless, whereas the Sagittarius is like the philosopher type. They're very fact based driven, but they're also freedom seekers. You know what I mean? Optimistic. So that might be something that you want to think about. And as far as Gemini goes, as I said, this is the sun sign Gemini. So if you were born under the sign of Gemini, that is your sun sign. It is how people see you, how you are seen by others. And that the sun is like the giver of your life force, you know what I mean? So it is how you came into this earth. Now Gemini again is the third house on the chart, and the third house is ruled by Mercury, and as I said earlier, the third house is the house of communication, like your childhood development. The house where we become aware of our environment, really. And the ninth house is ruled by Jupiter, which is the higher mind, our superconscious, truth seekers. As I said, philosophic teachers, whereas the third house is more like selling things, journalism. So those are just some of the signs, symbolization that you can be aware of for those signs. As far as the conjunction goes, as I said, that might be something you want to also be aware of during this, if you're a Gemini, or even if you're not. I mean, just noticing the energy that we are in would be Gemini season. You can just kind of notice the Sagittarius pull. You know what I mean? The opposition, the imbalance, the place where we need to come together. And as I said, let's see here. We have our third house, which is ruled by Mercury, which is the communication planet. Mercury is the communicator, whereas the ninth house again is ruled by Jupiter, which is positivity, generosity, giving. So that's something else that you can kind of think about. Sorry, I was just checking my phone. I thought I was waiting for a package and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and I'll show you the cards. So again, fire sign, optimistic, optimism, passion, bravery. That is our Sagittarius. I have them in the wrong spot. And we have our air sign of Gemini, open-mindedness, objectivity and learning. Ninth house, third house, we have for our Gemini. And as I said, you can go online and check out the houses as well, to see if there's anything else that resonates with you, you know, while you're looking at these cards. And I'll go ahead and kind of pan over them so that you can see them as well a little bit. Well, I mean, you know what? I'm going to get rid of these two since we are not talking about the moon here at this point. And let's see if I can get these a little closer. So if you need to pan in and take a screenshot, you can do so. Oh, I also wanted to pull some goddess cards for these two signs. And also, before I do that, now, as I said, these are both the one good thing about this Gemini and the Sagittarius is they are both mutable signs. So they are both flexible and adaptable and good communicators. It's just getting past the things that irritate, possibly. But let's go. I did pull two cards, and I didn't shuffle and pull them. I pulled them out of the deck based on how the sign said they were. So we have Athene, which is Gemini, and we have Kali, which is Sagittarius. So from there, let's see. I'm going to grab a deck. But actually, before I do, I want to talk a little bit about these goddesses as well. So we have Athena. She is a moon goddess. She's known as a moon goddess. She's known as the white goddess and the goddess of air, which makes sense since Gemini is an air sign. And hold on one moment. I'm moving something. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so she's a Roman goddess um, in mythology, and she's also known as Athena or Minerva. And she is her father is Zeus, and she's the goddess of war. But she's also the goddess of um, fighting for people as well. She stands behind. She's a good goddess to go to if you need support, and she's a goddess for women as well. So feminine support, feminine archetype support. If you need to have that feminine archetype support, she is somebody that you could go to. She is the patron of agriculture, arts, and crafts of women, especially. She's a weaving goddess, spinning and weaving. She is known for the art of taming wild animals as well. And as you see, she has like a lion head on her chest. Yeah, so I mean, she's if you, as I said, she is a moon goddess as well. So that's very interesting. I like that about her. I think of her as a moon goddess. She's not one of the goddesses that I go to personally, but I I I have been trying to learn a little bit more about her. And as far as Kali goes, She's also known as the Black Goddess and a goddess of fire, obviously. Also a protector um, of women. And she always comes across looking so uh, like you're fearful of her, but actually she is a very loving goddess, and she is also a goddess for women, supporting women, and another feminine archetype that you can go to. She is um, a goddess of joy and dance as well, which is very interesting. And self seeking control of oneself. I would say she's a goddess of sexuality, and I just know that a lot of people that I know that really love, that really follow Kali, use her for when they need that extra support, that extra help, that extra love. Um, she is there to help you. I mean, she is a goddess that is known to like show no mercy, but she is also the goddess of great support for women who need it, who need, or for women and men who need it. She's a goddess that anybody can go to for um, getting through a tough time, let's say. Like if you are going through a tough time and you need that extra support, she is there to help you through that. And when I said women go to it, I didn't mean women. I meant she is a feminine archetype that you can go to for that feminine support as well. It's funny that both of these goddesses are goddesses of war, but yet they are feminine archetypes, yet they're showing their masculine sides as well. And both do have um, both archetypes that are there to be seen. I mean, when you look at both these cards, they come across as both kind of like a war type goddess, but in reality, they both also have that loving, soft undertone as well. But when you look at them, you definitely know that they are there to help you um, if you need help, and they will both support you with strength if you need it, and they also are very loving when they're not in their archetype poses here. Having a hard time describing this, but anyways, I know people that follow both Athena and Kali, and they can express very well both sides, um, the loving and the strong fight. I will fight for you archetype. So anyways, let's see. I think that's about all I have to say about that. I have my notes here. I wanted to make sure I had everything. So let's go ahead and, as I said before, grab some tarot cards and do a reading for you for my Gemini signs here. So I'm going to use my small reflective tarot deck here. I think I'm going to leave out Kali and Athena. And then I'm going to put this here and leave this here as well. So let's do that. Okay, so what does this month have in store for my Geminis? My sun sign Geminis, other than paying attention to their opposition Sagittarius here. Ooh, we've got the Tower card. Okay, well, there's definitely some change in store for you. Some change in store for you this month. See what else we have. Wheel of Fortune. So I would say trust in the wheel moving. I mean, trust in the flow, trust in your life moving forward. Something is going to bring a little upheaval this month, though, possibly some change, as I said. If you do have a Sagittarius person in your life, it might be something that you want to take note of. Yeah, I'm just going to move these over here so that we can get some cards. Sorry. I want you to see all the cards. Get some cards in here. Let's see what else we've got going on. So what's going on here? What's going on with my Geminis? What do they have to trust in this month? Okay. There's some emotion going on here. We have the Ten of Cups. So we have possibly something to do with family. Maybe there's some changes happening within the family that you're not too sure about. You're questioning somebody, something somebody's doing in your life, something somebody's doing in your family. Might be time for you to take some time to step back and do some reflecting on why this makes you unhappy. Because it seems like, I don't know if it has to do with, well, I don't know. Let's see if we can get some more information here. Chariot card. So I'm feeling like you have to take control of your emotions. I feel like it has to do with your emotions that you have to get under control. And as I said, the house of Gemini is in the third house, which is childhood relationships or possibly has to do with reasonable thinking, maybe reasoning through something. It definitely has something to do with the close close community that you're in. People around you, your family, as I said. It could have to do with gossip, or maybe something that you've heard that's making you feel like you need to go, or that I'm feeling like you might have to take that hermit card and step back and see what's making you feel that way. Some of your shadow sides, again, Gemini, was that you are, indecisive and kind of like chatty Cathy's. You can be a little bit um, undisciplined in your words, possibly. And that's why you need to take this time to step back and go into the hermit mode before moving forward. But I don't know if this the tower moment, I think, is a perception for you in breaking up your family the way that you see it is or should be. And there we go. We got the 2 Pentacles again. Earth sign, balancing emotions, balancing actions. It could be either one. As I said, you can tend to be a little bit flaky, and Gemini shadow aspects are a little bit devious as well, as I said. So you might have to watch out for that. You don't want to end up doing something that, or saying something that hurts your situation. I think I'm going to pull from another deck here. And I really want to use this Luna deck, so I'm going to. I just got it, and I want to use it. The cards are a bit bigger, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle them and see if we can get another message for our Geminis. The Sagittarius have to do with it. Okay, so here we go again. We have the 8 of Pentacles. So we have the Earth sign, and the 8 is working hard to get what you want, and there might be the feeling that this tower moment is causing that to interfere with this. Think a moment. So I really feel like the Wheel of Fortune, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups, and even this Chariot are kind of telling a story here, as if to say, I mean, it totally has to do with family, I feel. And it's like all this hard work that you've put in to build this this beautiful family, this beautiful comfort level for your family, you feel might be being infringed upon with this Tower card. It's like something is really something is changing and you're not liking it, and it's messing with your family, your emotions, and your wealth. Let's see if we can get more of a message here. What is this Tower? So we have the Six of Wands, which is the suit of air and reason. And the six is saying that whatever this is, that this Tower moment is, it's a necessary, it's a necessary movement. It's a necessary thing that's happening in the wheel of fortune. You're not liking it, but it's a necessity. It has to happen, and it's going to happen. And again, this Hermit card is saying that maybe you need to take a step back and use some reasoning. Use some reasoning to get through this. And it might have to do with, you know, it could have to do with the Sagittarius. It really could. I mean, it could have set you over the edge, and your opposition of Sagittarius is something that I think you should really take a look at, because yeah, I mean, I really feel that, because the air sign, your Gemini sign, is you feeling the need to connect is what your energy is, but for some reason that connection is possibly where the Tower moment is. Yeah, I'm thinking that that might be it. I mean, I guess I would really take a note on, that Sagittarius energy. I mean, that Sagittarius energy seems to be where it's coming from. And since the Sagittarius is the house, the ninth house is the house of your superconscious mind as well, seeking the truth, education, as I said, philosophy, whereas the third house is more of the house of um, becoming aware of your immediate environment, and that's where you're having your problem. You're not wanting to look beyond your immediate environment, possibly. Let's see if we can get one more card. We already have our goddesses here. I guess Five of Wands. So again, we have this Wands energy, which is the fire. So fire, fire, fire here with the we have fire. Kali is fire, and yeah, I really do think it has to do with Sagittarius opposition. Your Sagittarius opposition. I mean, the 5 is instability, challenges, rivalry, basically, and that's what you can see in this card here. Is it is rivalry, and I feel like you're having an argument with somebody, and that is what's causing this this Tower moment here. And for my Geminis here, my goddess Athena is also the goddess of reason, and So I think that you might be wanting to use her for that aspect. Practicality, practical reasoning, reasoning yourself through this situation. Um, yeah, I mean, she is the a protectress goddess, and that might be how you're feeling, very protective over your environment, and that's what it is. You working hard trying to make the perfect family, and something has come in here and um, set you off. I mean, like the Sagittarius energy is um, Kali. She is a creation goddess as well as a destruction goddess. So that tower energy we have here could be that Sagittarius energy coming in. Um, there's some change coming, and it's coming from, I think, the Sagittarius opposition, this college energy, change, destruction, but of new life too, transformation basically. So yeah, I really feel like more than ever we have this Gemini opposing Sag energy, bringing on this change, destruction, rebirth, but Athena, goddess, with reasoning as well. So I think my Geminis need to use their goddess energy as well this month. Keep moving the cards around here, but I want you to see it the way that I'm seeing it. And I can actually get rid of this, but we have the oppositions, Do this. Yeah. So I really think that there's change coming for my Geminis this month. You're not happy about it, but if you use your reasoning and think through it, you're both sides are communicators. Remember that. My Sag and my Geminis are communicators. Both of them are communicators. They don't always see eye to eye, but but with reasoning and communication, you might be able to get through it and see each other's point of view. But I'm definitely seeing a little bit of a miscommunication, a little not seeing eye to eye, let's say. You know what? I think I need to pull one more card here. Let's do an animal ally. I think we need to add an animal ally to this reading here. Let's see what we can get for our animal ally. 9 of Summer, the Pomeranian dog. Now it's time when your dreams come true. Don't worry about how this will happen. Just give gratitude to God for all that you have and all that is still yet to come. So that's a good message, because it's like you're worried about everything falling apart, but everything is moving along the way that it should. And sometimes it's hard for us to acknowledge that and see that things are going the way that they're supposed to go. And I think sometimes we have a really hard time acknowledging that and realizing that things happen the way they do for a reason. And I know we have free will and free choice of things, but also um, you just have to remember that sometimes things just happen the way the wheel has them set to happen. Like we have the Wheel of Fortune here. You have to trust in the wheel. And this is summer is the sign of emotions, and this is the cups, 9 of Cups, basically. The Pomeranian dog is a cute little dog. I mean, my sister-in-law had one of those, and she was such a cute little sweet dog. Not that it's a dog that I want, but she, the 9 of Cups is the cup of wishes coming true, good health, good wealth, good family. So I mean, it is emotions, and your emotions are involved here. So wishes come true. Look at the little genie bottle, and there's a bunny there, and dog treats. Isn't that cute? Okay, well, anyways, that is it for my Gemini zodiac reading here, zodiacal reading for the month. I hope that you have a beautiful month, and just know that things are moving the way they're supposed to. Sometimes we don't see it that way, but it is what it is, as they say. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, and we will see you back again here at Vagabond, Gypsy, Tarot, and Oracle. And thanks for joining me. Have a blessed month.